curriculum vitae, CV, or resume. You can call any of these words for writing about yourself. Again, curriculum vitae is formal, informative writing. It is formal because you cannot be writing about anything informal in it. The facts that you are providing to the reader must be based on the facts that are there with you to inform the other person about yourself. If you're going for a job or a position or some place in the school, college, or university, or any other organization. So CV or resume or curriculum vitae, as we call it, has to be based on the facts that are there with you and that are going to stay with you. For example, some part of the CV has the facts about your name, your date of birth, where do you live, what are your contact numbers, probably what is your nationality, and sometimes they also ask for the age. It is not really a current practice to ask for age because it has become a question which is quite sensitive, asking the other people for their age. So now usually they do not have this column to fill in the age, and nationality is there, and further to nationality sometimes also they ask you for religion to fill in for that. So these are the details which are just based on the facts which are always going to remain with you, and there is nothing of writing as such in it. It is just filling up those parts that you need to inform to the person who is going through your application. But later on, the layout of the CV is very, very important, especially if you are going for a job or you are going for a placement in a university or higher level education. That part has to be very much properly organized and structured. And it should have, starting with your educational qualification, it should have the dates, the places where you got the education, and when did you complete that particular course or a diploma or a certificate or a degree. You have to specify that, whether it's a course, whether it is a degree, or whether it is just a certificate. That has to be mentioned as well, along with the dates when you did that particular course or your degree. Also, the name of the institution is very important. So you can either make columns and divide all the sections accordingly, like for example, name of the organization, year the degree was done, and why it is supposed to be a part-time or a full-time course, why it is called a certificate, degree, or a diploma. You can state there, or you can just write it in a paragraph form. But it has to be consistent. If you start with a paragraph form, then you continue with the paragraph form. If you want to make columns and segregate each section, then you have to continue like that with the rest of the CV also. Then, starting from education, then you can go to qualification. And similarly, you have to divide your qualification the way it has to be displayed. Like, for example, either in the column, like, for example, you say MA, and then you say from which institution you did that and what degree did you achieve, like a TESOL degree or a literature degree. Or in the second case, for example, if you have done some qualification on computer, so you can put computer learning or computer whatever, IT technologies, and then you can further continue with the same, giving information about it. All the information which is given on the CV must be made clear with dates, places, years, and certification, what type of certification you have. And if there are reasons added to that certification, or if there are reasons added to why certification was not done, then you have to add to that. The next thing that you do is about your extracurricular activities or other things that you have achieved. Like, for example, if you have done voluntary work, if you've done some charity work, or if you have been a member of some organization.